You're laughing with them, but something feels off. The words come out naturally, yet they don't feel like yours. Even around people who know you, you feel like you're performing. Like there's a version of you speaking, but not you. And the unsettling part is you don't know which version is real. It doesn't happen all at once. It's subtle. You adjust your tone slightly, you filter certain thoughts, and you shape your reactions depending on who you're with. Around one friend you're quieter, around another more confident, and around family you are a completely different person. Over time you start noticing something uncomfortable. There is no consistent you, just versions. Psychology calls this self-concept instability. It's when your sense of identity isn't anchored internally, but instead shifts based on external context. Your brain isn't expressing who you are, it's predicting who you should be in order to stay safe, accepted, or liked. Brilliant. This is deeply tied to something called social self-monitoring. High self-monitors constantly scan the environment, reading facial expressions, tone, and micro-reactions. Then they adjust themselves in real time, not consciously, but automatically, like a social survival algorithm running in the background. The more you do this, the more disconnected you feel, because every interaction becomes a performance. But here's the part no one tells you. This doesn't mean you're fake, it means you adapted. Somewhere in your past, being fully yourself wasn't safe or wasn't enough. Maybe you were misunderstood, maybe you were judged too quickly, or maybe being you led to rejection, tension, or silence. So your brain did something. It fragmented your identity into smaller, more acceptable pieces, creating different versions for different environments. This is not dysfunction, it's psychological protection. Your mind didn't erase you, it hid parts of you to keep you connected. To understand this, imagine your brain as a theater. At the center is the stage, which is your behavior, but behind the stage there is a control room. This is your prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, social awareness, and self-regulation. It constantly asks one question: who do I need to be right now to belong? At the same time, deeper in the brain, your amygdala is scanning for social danger like rejection, judgment, and disapproval. When it senses even a small risk, it signals the control room to adjust. So your behavior shifts, your tone softens, your opinions blur, and your real reactions get edited. Tom Medias, this creates what psychologists call self-alienation, where you are acting but not fully inhabiting the action, like wearing clothes that don't quite fit. Over time, this creates a loop where the more you adapt, the less you recognize yourself, and the less you recognize yourself, the more you rely on adaptation. Breaking this isn't about suddenly being yourself, because that advice doesn't work when your brain is just trying to protect you. Instead, you gently rebuild connection with your real self by observing when you change. Without judging, just notice when your voice changes or when your opinions become softer. This builds metacognition, which is your brain's ability to observe itself. After interactions, ask yourself if that feels like you. Your body already knows, and if you feel drained, tense, or slightly hollow, that's called emotional dissonance. That friction is a signal, not a flaw. Don't try to be fully authentic all at once. Instead, introduce small, low-risk honesty, a slightly more honest opinion, or a natural reaction you would normally suppress. Each small, authentic act rewires your sense of safety, teaches your brain that you can exist without adjusting everything. Shift your attention inward even briefly to notice your breathing and internal state, which interrupts hyperactive social monitoring and creates space for natural behavior. Authenticity requires a trade-off of less universal approval in exchange for real connection, which psychology calls selective belonging. You're not trying to be accepted by everyone, only by those who align with you. You don't have one self, you have a system of selves that learn to exist in different environments. The problem isn't that these parts exist, The problem is they're just not connected yet, so you feel like a collection of performances instead of a unified person. Integration isn't about deleting those versions, it's about letting them communicate and letting them exist under one awareness. So instead of asking which version of me is real, you begin asking, how do I bring more of myself into this moment? And slowly the gap closes. You were never fake. You were careful, you were adaptive, and you were trying to belong in a world that didn't always make space for who you were. And now you're learning something different. Not how to perform better, but how to return, to speak without constant editing, to exist without constant adjusting, and to feel like your actions belong to you. It won't happen all at once, but one moment at a time you'll notice it. A sentence that feels real, a reaction that doesn't feel forced, and a silence that doesn't need to be filled. And in those small moments, you won't feel fake, you'll just feel present. And that's where your real self has been the whole time.